All Hallows Day on November the 1st is a religious and a liturgical time to remember the dead, especially saints, the Hallows, and martyrs. The day before, October 31st, became a celebration of horror and supernatural. Presumably, it was earlier associated with pagan harvest festivals. It became a secular, unholy day with trick or treating, costume parties, and jack o' lanterns. There are Christian church services for those so inclined, lighting candles, perhaps on graves. Well, it all started somewhere in the past, leading to several theories. 8th century Pope Gregory III had an oratory of holy apostles and saints. Then churches across Europe held feasts or other celebrations for saints. Even Charlemagne's court may have introduced it. There may have been church bells ringing for souls in purgatory. Poor people, especially children, went door to door collecting cakes for future prayers, soul cakes, mentioned in a Shakespeare play. Martin Luther probably never went door to door except to nail his 95 Theses, but action happened in Anglican England. In different areas, prayers, processions, and soul cakes were practiced, plus Celtic pagan add ons related to harvest. After all, help in surviving the winter called for celestial help. People went from house to house in costume, reciting verses in exchange for food. Jack o' lanterns presumably scared off evil spirits. Games associated with mythology, like bobbing for apples, were common. Of course, Halloween spread to America, except Puritan New England, where fun had no place. The rest of the British colonies brought Old World traditions like costumed children begging for soul cakes for prayers. Trick or treating seemed to have started later, perhaps in the 1930s, when the Great Depression meant real hardship. One possibility was children in church parking lots, called trunk or treat, hoping for treats. Costumes were mainly evil types like ghosts or skeletons. Haunted houses seems to have started in the 1950s. For most people, it was a secular night for pranks and visiting scary places. The candy part may have started with apples after they were harvested about this time of year. Candy apples were favorites. Unfortunately, injuries with pins or razor blades in apples or poisoned apples reduced enthusiasm. Candy makers jumped in with Cadbury producing what they called goo heads, like cream eggs. Producing more Halloween specific treats meant more revenue for Cadbury and local dentists. John Cadbury founded a confectionery company in Birmingham, England, early in the 19th century. Chocolate candy started in mid-century. Cadbury made his first holiday treats in 1875 with chocolate Easter eggs and now produces pumpkin patch cakes, Halloween treats chocolate, and harvest handfuls. Hershey Park has weeks of its scary trick or treat adventure, Hershey Halloween chocolates, and Halloween snack assortment. Not my favorite, but candy corn is a candy harvest treat, in theory resembling corn using yellow and orange coloring, apparently appealing to those never having eaten corn on the cob. It was first produced in the 1880s by Wonderful Candy in Cincinnati using sugar and corn syrup cooked in water, with the recipe changing over time. Brach's is now the largest producer. Of course, jelly beans, perhaps invented in Boston around the start of the Civil War in 1861. What better gift to Union soldiers than jelly beans? It became an Easter treat, then migrated to Halloween with the harvest colors of black and orange. The bean shape may have been used in the U.S. because beans were such a common food item. It seems most candy companies now want to sell Halloween beans, especially in bulk. That's it for holiday treats of Halloween. Back to finish pizza history next time on Food History and Mystery.